you?
I'm doing the TikTok thing. I'm here. I'm ready for
Yeah,
it. I'm
me
surprised I
too.
figured out how to go live, but I got my coffee. Ready to
Same.
go. And I'm
Oh, is that
so caffeine
Starbucks?
sensitive. So it's Starbucks. I get an Americano misto. I usually get decaf because I'm so sensitive to caffeine. So
Yeah.
I'll progressively get extreme hyper during this. So,
Yeah. Oh my gosh, no, I love Starbucks. Today I made coffee from home, but any other day I'm usually drinking Starbucks.
right? It is a guilty little pleasure.
Right? Oh my gosh. So how have you been?
I've been amazing. I've been amazing. I've been busy and everything is good. Everything is good. I'm up in Toronto right now, heading back to LA on the beginning of May. Me and
Okay.
my bestie are getting a place together in LA. I'm so pumped about it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That is, oh my God, I want to go to LA so bad. Like that's where I want to end up. So hopefully one day,
You
but
will. Not where you will. Like you will end up in LA. Just keep doing
yes.
your thing and you'll do it.
Oh my goodness. So, are you excited to talk about Degrassi? You probably get asked Degrassi questions all the time, but
I do, and I try to like reply to everybody. I love my Degrassi fans. I love y'all so much. And I try to reply to everybody. If somebody sends me a DM, I try to get back to it. But I was like, you know what? Bree, my girl Bree wants to chat on TikTok because ever since you did that TikTok, I was like, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity. So let's chat and you can ask away.
yes, okay. So, I know one big question I always like to ask is so for us, we always have moments as fans that really stick out for us about a certain character, but what was your favorite scene of being Tara? Like what's one moment that you remember recording you're like this is great.
Oh, there was a lot. Obviously, the whole Rick storyline was a whole thing, and it was massive. And that's when I was really like, okay, people are going to need to hear this story. So owning that part of the character was huge and so important. Um, as far as having an influence.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, dance scenes, when we had those school dances, that was like the best with all the
Yeah.
friends there. And I think it was season one, and the Degrassi fans can probably answer this better than I can. I think it was season one where Spinner asked me to the dance, where I
Yep.
got super drunk and made a fool of my damn self. And I remember that scene it was like Teri's first big lead episode, and that scene was so fun because although they like dubbed it with other audio, we could play. They're like, "What song do you want to listen to?" And so I put on, I think like a 112. Remember 112?
God,
That
yes,
I
I
think it was
love
112,
112.
right? And I put on some. It was just like the best. It was like filming that was so much fun, but all of it was great. There were so many good storylines.
So, what was it like? How did you feel when you booked the role at first? Like, how did that whole story come to play? Like,
Oh, that was amazing. I was acting for a while, but I was like doing commercials and a few short films and television films. And I remember getting the audition for Degrassi because I was an original Degrassi fan.
yeah,
I loved like the OG Degrassi. So I was super pumped about it. And it was a long process. It was like a few months of call back, and then screen test. And then my agent called me and said I booked it, and it was I still remember that feeling and being on the phone and it being surreal. And but I was so unaware of just how massive it was going to be and like what was actually about to go down.
oh my goodness. Yeah, it's probably one of the most popular teen shows of all time. And I feel like I always say this to people as someone who's watched a lot of teen dramas, Degrassi is the most accurate, in my opinion, as someone who was watching it when I was a teen and watching it when I was in high school and middle school. I feel like it was very, very like accurately portrayed. Would you say the same thing for you? Like, would you say when you were filming, you felt like it was accurate to your life as a teen at that time?
It's so crazy because like even looking now, I'm so, and sorry if there's like, I'm right by the Toronto airport, so it might
Fine.
might get a little loud. Um, I was so unaware of how massive and influential the show is going to be. And even now, like even if somebody makes a post or something, I'm like, it always like hits me with reality, like, wow, like Degrassi was that big. Or if somebody sends me like a DM like, oh, you were like such an inspiration to me. I'm like, really? Like, and I forget how massive it was. Like it's so insane. And um like even after the seasons that I was on, the stories that they were touching, like that's some real shit that people go through. And Degrassi was pushing boundaries. And I remember first season, maybe even more, like they weren't allowed to show some of our episodes in the US because it was
Yeah.
like too much for Nickelodeon. So it's super cool what Degrassi did. And like I'm still like, whoa, okay, it was actually a thing and that big, and people are still Degrassi fans. It's awesome.
Seriously, 20 plus years later, people are still like, I, of course, watched it growing up, and I've gone back and rewatched it so many times. Like,
That's the wild thing. And like so many people during COVID were like, I rewatched Degrassi, I binged Degrassi, and it's so great. And I love the love.
now, of course, your storyline involved Rick. What was that like filming that storyline where I feel like the actor, of course, is just an actor, like he's probably a great person, but it's such an intense storyline. Like, how was that?
Ephraim is such a great actor as well. And like he really like he was Rick. Like he was Rick. And it like as for myself as an actor, like that takes a lot, like not knowing what it is to be in an abusive relationship and really having to like, okay, what does it feel to be like trapped in that? What does it feel like? That was huge. That was huge. And to have the ability to portray that and touch people with that storyline on a real level was like, it still is. I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. And that was intense. That was like that was some intense filming, and getting into that space was definitely one of the best parts of my acting career for sure.
Oh yeah, it meant a lot to a lot of people because even though it was such a young age, that's something that people definitely go through at that time. So it was like to see that on screen, I'm sure it was just it touched a lot. I know even me who hasn't gone through that, it just touched
Yeah.
definitely.
And even with what Teri went through with like her confidence stuff and the body stuff, that was huge. Like the amount of people that reach out to me that I touched in any kind of way is just, I'm like, oh my God, like that's a real thing. And if I could have like even touched one person's life with that, or influence somebody to look at things differently, that makes so much worth it.
You definitely did. A lot of people. Okay, let's talk about like behind the scenes. I know some of your friendships, but what are some other people that like you were really close to at the time of filming?
One fun thing about when we were filming is we were all so tight. We were all so tight. Like everybody's birthday, we would go somewhere after set, like laser tag and dinner. We would have sleepovers. We would do all of the things. Like we were so tight. But from day one, like Andrea Lewis, Hazel,
Yeah.
everybody knows that's my girl. She's still one of my absolute besties. And we first met in the audition room,
Oh my.
and we have been tight ever since. So like 23 years.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah. But we were all super super tight and did everything together. Like when we first started, it was 11 of us, and that grew like crazy throughout the seasons. But um we were all tight, and I love everybody.
Yeah, like I talk a lot about different TV sets that like had drama behind the scenes or that like were toxic. Every time I ever hear anything about Degrassi, it's always great. I never heard anybody say anything bad. It seems like it was just like a healthy environment. And like for a lot of teen dramas, a lot of them, they're playing teens, but they're really in their early 20s or whatever. You guys were actually teens
We were
playing
teens.
teens.
Like that was high school. That was high school. We would be filming a scene, and then I would have to take our little asses up to the tutoring room and do our school. Like that was high school. I missed like I think 80% of my real high school. So that
Wow,
was
that's
that
a
was
lot.
the crew. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, you probably get this question a lot too. But what was it like filming with Drake? Obviously, you didn't see him as Drake because he's
He's
probably just a really big
Aubrey.
Aubrey. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what was that like? Were you surprised when it was just like, oh my God, Aubrey turned into this big like rap star? Like, what was that like?
Yeah, it's even still kind of crazy. Like I'll just hear it like in the store getting my nails done, and I'm still like, oh shit, oh shit, and like doing his music video. But he was always amazing. He was always so talented at music, and I remember like in MSN Messenger days,
Oh
he'd
my
send
God.
like music over and stuff. And I mean, he was great too. We were all friends. We were all amazing. Everybody was a crew.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Um, so right now a lot of shows are getting rebooted. And at one point there was supposed to be like a Degrassi reboot type thing,
The
but I think it was
HBO
like,
thing.
yeah. Now, would you do a Degrassi reboot where it follows like you guys, like the OGs, and now you guys are, well into adulthood, you guys are living your own lives. Like, would you do that?
Of course. I mean, like, imagine I said no. Like, why would I? No, 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 I don't want to do that. Like, of course, of course, that'd be so cool. And especially like we mentioned before, like 20 years ago, and it still has such a huge following. And
Yeah.
got to be careful with the reboots because a lot of reboots like crash real hard. But I mean,
Yeah.
I think if Degrassi was rebooted, it would have to be done the right way, and it would be so cool if it was done the right way.
What do you think Teri would be doing now?
It's funny, like I feel like I'm like low key living the Teri life because I've been modeling since Degrassi, like for
Yeah.
for 20 freaking years, and I'm still doing it somehow. So maybe like I'm maybe that's where Teri's at, and she's like, fuck y'all, I'm still modeling Ice Cream Boy or whatever that
Right.
good scene.
I
She
definitely
finds
feel
him,
like that's
tracks
what
his
she'd be
ass
doing.
down.
I definitely feel like that's what she would be doing. Do you think that she would be dating or married to any of the Degrassi boys? Like, do you think that Emma and Spinner would have broke up and she would have got Spinner?
Oh, damn. Oh, that would
Like,
be a big storyline.
hmm
No, I think Terry's a baddie. She's with she got with somebody great down the road
hmm
for sure.
100%.
Hey,
Now,
Natalie, one of my besties just joined in
oh,
from Toronto.
hi guys. Now, did you have like any Degrassi crushes? Like, did you have crushes on anyone on the cast?
No, you know what? I never really hooked up with anybody on the cast or had no crushes. No, no, not really.
Okay. See, I feel like my Degrassi crush was definitely Sean.
Yes. Who was Danny. I love hearing about the Degrassi crushes. Like, okay, from a fan perspective,
Yes.
who does everybody have a crush on? Because I hear like Sean, everybody, Craig, and like I love hearing about the
So I
Degrassi
feel like
crushes.
a lot of people like Craig, but Craig was toxic. So people are like catching on to that
Toxic
as
as
they
fuck.
rewatch. But like as a teen back in the day, I feel like a lot of people had crushes on Craig. But I feel like I always was a Sean girl, and a lot of people like Sean, like that edgy, like like that like bad boy, but he has a good heart. Some people I see in the comments are
Yeah,
saying Jimmy. Some people are saying Spinner.
Jimmy,
I did like Spinner as like time
same.
went on.
Ellie. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Ellie.
yeah. Ellie. You went
There's
to.
so many. Like,
Yeah,
and
I
you know
love hearing about
what?
the crushes.
Even as like time, so not in the beginning, because in the beginning I did not like him, but as time went on, Jay. Like when Jay got with Manny and he started to become a better person, I was like, okay. Like he was so more attractive to me. I always thought he was like a good looking guy, but that he was like more attractive now that he was a nice guy. So there's a lot of
I love
options there.
that.
Like,
I love that. JT, for the ones who like JT. First of all, fun fact about JT, Ryan Cooley. Ryan Cooley was like my favorite human being. We both
oh,
came from out of town. Like it was shot in Toronto, and we both lived on the outskirts of Toronto. So me and Ryan Cooley lived together while we were shooting
Wow.
Degrassi. So my mom, his dad, and me and Ryan, and we had like the best time ever. I love Ryan Cooley.
Is he like his character? Because he seems like he would be like funny and goofy and just
He's
like.
hilarious. I mean, I haven't spoken or seen him in years, but like I remember crying laughing from how hilarious Ryan Cooley was.
Oh my God. I love that was another one that I loved. I never got over his death. Like I've seen so many TV show deaths in my lifetime, and that one just hits harder every time. Like I rewatched it maybe a year ago and I was like, oh, like I know what's coming. Still cried. Like could not
TV
do
deaths will fuck you up. They will like I'm starting to get to the point where even like when a series that I'm really into ends,
it. Yeah.
I'm a little fucked up about it. I'm
Right?
like I get it takes me to this emotional place. I get real attached to people and I'm like, oh wait, is this what happened with Degrassi? Like
Yes, it is 100%. What are some shows that you're watching right now?
mm. Well, I discovered Shameless. Oh, there goes my AirPod.
Yes, love Shameless.
I discovered Shameless really late, like after, like when I think the 11th season started, I discovered it and I binged the shit out of it. I loved Shameless, like everything, the acting, the directing, the storylines. It was so savage, like where they went with it. Everything was crazy. That was amazing. Over the past few years, Animal Kingdom, Animal House, no, Animal Kingdom. Uh, I think now I'm double questioning myself. Animal Kingdom, I loved. I mean, I'm drawing blanks right now, but Ozark, like the go tos that everybody was like, oh my god, Ozark was amazing. Um, what are some other ones? What are some other ones? They'll come to me. They'll come to
Yeah,
me.
no, I love Shameless.
Mandalorian. I'm a Disney like Mandalorian. All the Star Wars series I loved. Um, Cobra Kai.
See, I
That
gotta check that one out. My nephews keep telling me about that. They're like, you gotta get on that. So right now, I watched Shameless like when it first came out. And it's funny, I actually last week, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, I did a live with the actress who plays Karen,
I
Laura.
saw that and I loved her. Like she's so good. She was so good. Her character was
She's
crazy and
so
she was
good
so
at that
good.
role, especially because like so many
Yeah.
people didn't like that role, but the way that she portrayed it was amazing. And she's just like the sweetest person. Like I love her. And I love Shameless. Now we're watching Breaking Bad because I was late to that whole
Fire.
fandom. And
Yeah,
it's been
so
pretty good.
good. So good.
I
Stranger
love Grace.
Things, obviously straight.
Yes.
I
I
was
love
late to the Stranger Things too.
Yeah,
And I binged that hard. And like I don't think in any TV show I was like so many I was just so many times.
right? Oh my God. There were so many like different twists and turns throughout that show. I like that show a lot.
Yeah, it was
You
good.
know me, I'm a Grey's girl too, though. Like I love Grey's Anatomy.
I don't think I've ever seen one episode.
My
No.
gosh, I was that
Beef,
person too.
everybody's beef, the new Netflix series,
Yeah,
fire,
it's
like
good.
so I watched it in I think a day. Like it's so good. It is so good. It is top 5 of like all times. Everything about it is amazing.
Oh my
Actors
God,
amazing. Yeah. You got
because
to
I
watch
seen
it. You
it.
got to watch it.
I seen it pop up, and I was like, okay, like I see it's new, and I'm like very late to like fandom, so I usually watch the shows that people have been watching for years, and then like I'm like, okay, this is a new one. Maybe I should give this one a try. I'm like,
Yeah, it's great. It's so good. I everybody should watch it. Everybody should watch it.
I was gonna ask you another question about TV shows. What was I gonna ask? Um, so if you could play in a role now, like what kind of roles would you want to take?
Oh. Ooh. Um, I would love some like dark, twisted, really deep drama kind of role for sure. For sure. I everybody says I should do comedy because I have like a very big personality.
Yeah,
Um, But I would love some dark, twisted, like something along the lines of Stranger Things would be. I thought, oh,
Ooh.
that'd be cool.
Ooh, like American Horror Story too.
Yeah, yeah, I would do so. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
They're coming out with
uh,
their new season.
Somebody just asked, "Am I still acting? Anything new coming?" I am just getting back into acting. Like
Ooh.
just the past. It took me a long time to the place I wanted to get back into acting. I being a teen actor can definitely like play with your head a bit for sure. And now look like in such a great place of my life now. And before when I was acting and I did like instead of looking at it on Degrassi like, oh my God, I was a part of this amazing series for so long. I was like, oh my God, now what? Like I'm not in the show anymore. My character ended and I didn't have the most positive mindset to deal with that, how I would deal with it now
Yeah.
instead of it like this opened all these new doors. I was on this show for so long. I was like, was my acting bad? Da, 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 da. Like, so it took me a long time to get to a place where I was like, you know what? No, I do love the craft and I want to get back into it. So just the last few years, it's been on my radar, and I'm gonna do it this year. I'm gonna get back into it. So we'll see where
Yes.
that happens. We'll see where that happens
Ooh, I'm
or what happens
excited.
with it.
I can't wait to see you on something in TV. I can see, like you said, comedy. I could see you being on a sitcom. Like I could. I'm trying to think, like what kind. Like I
I
could
love
see you.
TV. I love TV. I would love to jump on a TV show.
That would be awesome.
I was doing an acting class last year, and I personally haven't watched this, but my acting coach was like, "You should be on Dynasty." I haven't watched Dynasty, but
I haven't watched it either. I heard really good things about it. I have
mhm,
not seen it.
me either.
I've been watching right now How I Met Your Father, which is like the spin-off to How I Met Your Mother. Not sure if you've seen How I Met Your Mother, but
Nope, neither.
very good show. But I like the spin-off, I have to say, a little bit more. And it has Hilary Duff as the main character, and I'm a
I
big
love
fan of her.
Hilary Duff. I love Hilary Duff.
And
She's a
I could like
hottie.
so see you being on that show. Like I could definitely see the vibes
Hey,
there.
hey, I'll take those vibes.
So who are some other like actors and actresses that you're friends with? Just like even outside of Degrassi.
I have a lot of I have a lot of friends that are in maybe not per se actors, but are in the industry, whether it's music or acting. A lot of model friends, influencer friends. My bestie, Reza, is a hilarious TikToker and influencer. He's he's funny, and it's going to be a hoot when we move in together. But lots of industry friends. It's great to surround yourself with like-minded creatives if you're in that space for sure.
Definitely. 100%. What's something you wish you could have changed about Teri's storyline? Is there anything, or do you think that it was just like written perfectly?
You know what? It was written perfectly to show the reality of what Teri was dealing with. Like in my
Mhm.
head, I'm like, Teri, girl, like don't take the fucking rose. Like, what are you
Right?
doing? So you obviously want to be like, no, don't do it. Be stronger. Put him in his place. But the role needed that. That's obviously what it needed for sure.
100%. Let me see. I had wrote down some other questions, so let me just see. Um, I think I asked that one. Let me see if anyone in the comments have questions. I know last time I did this, a lot of people had questions, so we'll see if they have any questions as well. I'm trying to think. Do you see yourself doing movies too, or do you say that you
Like, I
like
mean,
would kind
for
of want to stick to TV?
sure. I love television because I'm in terms of what I watch, I love television and a good series and
Yeah,
really those like getting attached to those characters. So I mean, TV, movies, anything. If once I get back into acting, if the role is right, then for sure.
I'm really
If you
bad when it comes to movies too. Like I barely ever watch movies. It's so weird because like I'll say, "Oh,
right,
can I dedicate like 2 hours to a movie?" But then for like 10 hours, watch a
yeah,
series
then you'll watch like a 15-hour binge,
forever.
right?
Like I'll binge watch
Um,
Grey's Anatomy.
okay, maybe I need to start watching Grey's Anatomy. Maybe I need to do it. Here's some questions. If you could play any character from a TV show or movie, who would it be? Ooh. Oh, I was just and I just watched White Lotus. I would love to
I
play one
haven't
of
seen
like a
that.
character in White Lotus. That would be super cool.
I
Were
have to
you
try that.
expecting
I heard a
it?
lot about that.
Yeah, White Lotus was good. It was really good. It's a really interesting story concept, and it was really, really, really good. I really loved it. I would love to play a character like that.
I have to
Did
check it
you
out. I
keep
think.
anything from the show? I still have a few things. I mean, I think I have a few scripts. We always got these Degrassi gifts when we would wrap a season. I'm pretty sure I have those. My mom like has kept everything from. She's that mom who's like she keeps every picture and every script, and I think she even has like every audition script I ever had in my life.
Oh,
She's the
that's
sweetest. So I if I went through the Degrassi archives in my mom's attic, I'm sure I would whip out a bunch of stuff for sure.
aw. Now I know like a lot of actors usually dabble in like other things like writing, producing. Are you doing some of that as well? Or are you mostly just doing like acting modeling?
I do creative direction. So and this is over the last few years, something I've really fallen in love with. So, mostly in like fashion, like when it comes to like doing photo shoots and branding for people, I've jumped into the creative direction role. Not so much writing and producing. I did call it producing. I did on the production team of Toronto Fashion Week, so a different aspect
Oh,
of
nice.
producing, but definitely just all in the creative world of things for sure. And speaking of producers, I saw somebody ask, where did I see it? Did you enjoy guest starring on Andrea's Black Actress series? I don't know if you guys know, but Andrea Lewis is like fire producer. Like she's producing some amazing projects, and she produced this series called Black Actress. And I did do an episode on Black Actress with her. We shot it in Brooklyn, and that was so fun. I love doing anything with Andrea. So that was
Super
super super fun.
talented. I see like
Yeah,
all the
she's so
stuff that she's
talented.
doing. I'm like, oh my goodness, like she does so much.
She is the hardest working, most inspirational creative that I know, hands down. Like when we lived together in LA for a minute, and
Oh wow.
just so inspiring and so motivational. Like if I was, and she's so on top of her social media stuff too. Like if I had a cute outfit on, she's like setting up a tripod for me. She's like, "You got to shoot that. You got to content that. We got it." Like she's just great. She's great. I love being surrounded with amazing creatives.
I feel you. I'm the same way. I have a lot of friends who are like super creative. I have an artist friend. My other friend, my cousin, he's a rapper. I'm surrounded by so many people who are like in that same space as me, even
It's
though I do
it's
something
so
completely
important,
different.
right?
But like,
It's
it's so great,
the
and it's
older I
nice to
get,
get support.
exactly. The older I get, the more selective I am with like you. I will only surround myself with supportive people
Yeah.
and like-minded people who are doing their thing. I'm just and I mean I could jump into like so many different aspects of this right now, but like I'm a huge podcaster, and
Ooh.
like I love my podcasts, and like the motivational life ones. And one big thing I took off of one I listened to recently was just being so selective of your energy and people around you and who you share your time with, because that's going to be who you are. You want to be around people who motivate you, who support you, who you're not worried about them talking shit about you. It's so, so, so important.
I would 100% agree. A
Be
hundred,
selective as fuck. Be
right?
selective
Especially as an
as
adult,
fuck.
I've learned that as
Oh my
time goes
God, I've wasted so much time just being like, oh, I think they're my friends, and but they, I'm doing cool things. No, no. Surround yourself with people who deserve your energy.
100%. That sounds like something my best friend would definitely say. Now you mentioned podcasts. Have you ever thought about doing a Degrassi podcast? I've been noticing like there's Boy Meets World podcast, there's the One Tree Hill podcast. There's like every show is doing podcasts now.
I don't think I would dedicate like myself as a host to a Degrassi podcast. I've jumped on a few podcasts, and I'm going to be jumping on a podcast with one of my fave Degrassi fans next week. I'll post about it on Instagram. She's great. So I'll jump on the odd Degrassi podcast to talk about Degrassi stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't think doing a host as a podcast would be my thing. But I am in talks of a podcast coming up, so stay tuned.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what it'll be about. Honestly, I'm so excited.
Stay tuned.
Yes. Is there anything else you would like to talk about?
I wanna ask you some questions because like
Ooh.
you blew up on TikTok and you're doing your thing. And how did that all come about? Like, where did that start? Was it an Instagram thing that started and then it popped off on TikTok?
So it's funny. I always wanted to be like a journalist and I always wanted to be a writer. It was like the two things that interest me. And but then I never really pursued it after just wanting to do it. I went to college for a little bit and then I didn't stay there. And then COVID happened. So before COVID, I was working at a school. So it wasn't even anything related to this at all. But I was home, they shut down our school, and my sister was on TikTok and she's like, "You know what? You love to talk. You have that type of personality where I feel like people would gravitate towards you. You should think about doing something on TikTok." And at first I was like, 'cause I thought TikTok was more for like younger generation. Like, oh, okay, they're like 16 and doing TikTok dances. Like, you
That
know,
crosses your mind too?
yes.
Shit.
I'm like, okay, maybe it's not for me. And then my sister's like, oh no, like you can do anything you want on there. Like you could talk about your shows and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? I was sitting at home bored. I'm like, let me give it a try. I started and it just went like dominoes. Like it just got
You're
bigger and bigger.
so good at it. I
Thank
remember
you.
when we even talked about, I'm like, I need I don't know what to do over here. Like, I need you to be my TikTok mentor right now because I don't know what to do. And you're so good at it. And I love what you do. I love, love, love what you do.
Thank you. It was like, so now it's to the point where I don't even work a full-time job. Like I do this full time. And it wasn't even meant to like just do that at first. I was battling some health issues. So I left my job. And then I was like, you know what? Like I'm at the point now where I'm able to make this a living. I might as well do that. That way I also have the time to do other stuff. Cause like I still am a writer, as I sure you see. Like I wanna write TV shows and that would be my dream to write for a TV show or to write my own TV show. I've had a lot of different like pilot ideas and stuff like that. I
You're
actually
going to
just,
do it. You're going to do it. You are
I
going to do
actually
it.
just posted one last night that I had an idea for, and it went like crazy. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, I thought it was an actual TV show. Like I need to see it." It's just I
Oh my
never know
God.
how to
I
network.
want to know. Networking is huge. The industry is definitely who you know and the stuff falling in the right lap. But also you really can do anything. If you work for it, you say like, you know what, I'm going to write a television. I'm going to be a writer. I'm going to make this television show. You can do it. You just can't stop. And you gotta work. And if that avenue doesn't work, you take another avenue and you make it work. And if that avenue doesn't work, you take another. You can do it. You can do it.
That's what I've been trying to do, especially like with this idea. Like I'll tell you a little bit about it. So I'm sure you've seen the movie My Sister's Keeper, probably.
Is it bad that
Yeah.
I haven't?
Oh no, it's okay. It's about this girl, and it's the younger sister. I believe is it the younger sister? No, the older
Oh, is it the
sister.
super heartbreaking one?
Yes.
Oh,
So I
I'm a
thought about
crier
that.
in movies.
Oh my god, it's such a sad one because it's like the sister was born for the sole purpose to save her sister's life. It was like that kind of thing. So I was thinking about that one day. I don't even know how this thought came to my mind, but I was like, oh wow, imagine like a television series where it's like this younger sister was born for the sole purpose to save her older sister's life, but then her parents want her to do this like questionable surgery that could put the younger sister's life at risk as well.
Oh
She doesn't
shit.
want to do it. Now that she's 18, she has that say to say she doesn't want to do it. The parents are like, just think about it. Go talk to the doctor. So she's in the car with her sister, driving her sister to the doctor's appointment. Car crash. The younger sister wakes up, finds out the older sister has passed away. So the parents blame
Oh.
the younger sister, thinking she purposely did something to her sister, which she didn't. But now she also has to learn how to live life for herself and not living it just to be saving someone.
Wow. Okay, so start writing this. Start start writing it because you just put that out there and somebody else is going to start writing it for you. So start writing it.
Oh
Just
my
just
gosh, yeah.
just do it. Just put as soon as you put that pen to the paper or the keyboard, that energy's out there, and if you
Yeah.
just keep at that, it's going to transpire.
It's
And
just so hard, like finding like somewhere to pitch it to. Like, I don't know who even to network with. And it doesn't help that I'm in upstate New York too. So it's not like I'm in like New York City. Like it's a dead zone up here. There's no networking opportunities.
just I mean, I feel like TikTok is, even like for anything, is such a networking place now, and you
Yeah.
have a huge platform. So just put that energy out there, put it on TikTok, and it might just fall in the right lap. You never know.
That's what I'm hoping. I posted it last night, like the idea. I think it's at like 100,000 views. So I'm like, maybe somebody will see it
Yeah,
who
see, somebody just
does
commented,
it.
the internet is your friend with
Yes.
creative networking. It really, really is. That's one benefit of Instagram, TikTok, all everything. It's such a great place for networking.
I've seen a lot, like I don't know if you watch this one guy, his name is Juju, but he does like, so I do the TV aspect, he does more movies. Like he's seen every movie.
Was he at the Oscars
He
this
was at the
year?
Oscar
Okay,
and
I know
like
who you're talking about. Look, see,
he's
look at that. Look at that
amazing
from TikTok to the
from
freaking Oscars.
TikTok.
Like, amazing.
And he always talks about how like he never thought that he would be doing all this. He was just a guy who liked movies, and now like he's all over the place. And I'm like, okay, like movies are not my thing. That's your thing. But like TV shows, like I'm hoping like that'll be me like going to the Emmys and interviewing people, or like going to different routes, and like that would
You
be
have a
awesome.
very natural, like you're a natural journalist. It comes across so organic. It's great.
Oh, thank you. I was hoping so. So I'm not like I don't have any official like training or anything. So I hope that
You got it. You got
flows
it. You got
right.
it. I mean, just keep doing your TikTok thing, because like I started a TikTok like years ago and then delete. I was like, oh shit, it's just not my thing. And
Yeah.
then my all my agents now are like, Christina, you gotta get TikTok. You gotta get TikTok. You gotta get TikTok. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll get TikTok. And then so I just recently re-looked at your page and I was like, wow. I'm like, she blew up fast. So just keep doing it. Just keep doing it.
I will. Thank you. Yeah. If you need help with anything on TikTok, let me know. I will definitely help you.
Yes, yes, I am definitely gonna hit you up for that.
Oh, 100%. I would love to help. So.
Because my like Instagram has been my thing, but I'm way too curated and like I'm too much of a perfectionist for the TikTok world. I'm like, okay, so I'm just gonna, I think TikTok maybe will be my thing of just like jumping on and giving my thoughts about life kind of thing,
Yeah.
or my food stuff, because my Instagram stuff is not, I don't think it's for TikTok. So I need everybody's TikTok advice. Like what 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 should I do? I mean, I'll talk to you. I'm gonna message you. I need your guidance.
Yeah, no, definitely mess with me. Just let me know. I can definitely give you some ideas. See, and it's the opposite for me. I'm on TikTok, wonderful. Instagram, I cannot get. I don't know what it is.
Isn't that crazy? But Instagram doesn't make sense. I used to give, me and my friend Sandra talk about this all the time, that like it just doesn't make sense, and you have to stop giving a fuck, because you'll do all of the things to follow the things of the algorithm thing, and like one reel does insanely amazing, and the next one that I just spent 2 hours on does shit, and I use all the trending songs, and I do all the things, it's posting every day, posting up, and it does like shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, I'm gonna try a new route on things and maybe stop being such a perfectionist, and so curated and edited, and maybe TikTok will be my world of the start of not giving a fuck.
Seriously, yeah. Someone said I learned that when your content is engaging on TikTok, it works. It does. Like if you ask your like someone's opinion on something, like if I'm talking about a TV show and I'm like, I'm trying to think of an example. Like, oh, I feel like this was the saddest TV death. What do you guys think? That's like giving them a say and an option. So they're gonna
Okay, yes,
comment and then it's just gonna keep going. Or if you have like an
smart.
unpopular opinion, that brings in the people who are gonna argue with you and then the people who
Yes,
are gonna agree.
yes. I was talking to my friend Carlo, who does this real, he's on TikTok, and him and his wife do the most hilarious pranks on each other. I will somehow, I don't know if I can like tag his page in this. I don't know if I can. But anyways, he's hilarious, and I was asking him for some TikTok advice yesterday, and he's like, do some controversy shit. People love to argue in the comments and go like back and forth on controversy. And I don't know if that's my route, but it's all about the engagement and people when they want to engage into the conversation and you ask a question, right? So I'll take everybody's TikTok advice because
Yes, no,
I
definitely
mean
being like
TikTok's where it's at, right?
argumentative definitely works. Like every time I say something and it's like,
Savage
oh,
comments. People go like reading like TikTok comments are savage. The people and the things that they say are like, what? It's so insane.
someone literally said, when it's that route, you got to be ready for the meetings. Yes. Like I have to say, it's been pretty good for me that I haven't gotten a lot of like hate towards myself. Like there's people who get torn apart on TikTok, and I haven't really had anybody say anything mean about like my appearance or anything like that. It's usually my
Yeah, that
opinions. Like,
that
oh,
that shit you just can't even be
yeah,
bothered with though. Like I've been pretty lucky that got too much negativity in the comments, but like if somebody's about to comment on your appearance, somebody
yeah,
just took time out of their day to talk shit about somebody's appearance, like I'm not even like I'm not even absorbing that energy. Like you are
exactly.
somebody like that kind of person. I'm not even about to take a second and absorb your energy. You just gotta keep on going and just like scroll like no, 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 no. I feel bad for people like that too.
Me
Like
too.
imagine you have that inside of you to be like, you know what? I'm about to just talk shit about this person's appearance. Like what?
It's crazy. Like I
What?
most of the time if I get hate, it's because of my opinions. Like I'll hear people say, "Oh no, that's not the correct thing. You must not know TV," or "Oh no, that." Like one time I said a fact, I think it was about Shameless, and someone tried to tell me like, "Oh no, that was a rumor. That's not even true." I'm like, "I got it from
Wow.
someone on the
People get
show."
personal. People get personal. I
I'm
feel
like,
like Shameless was like a lot of people are like, I love Shameless. They're like, you love Shameless? That was too fucked up for me. Like it's like
it's such a like shameless. Like it's just that going back and sometimes watching the clips, I'm like, oh my, like there's no way in the world this show could have worked on any other network than Showtime. Like it could not have been a cable show. It could not for sure. I'm like it worked because it was on a place where it could just be ruthless. Like
yeah, it was there was many moments where I'm like, whoa,
oh,
whoa, like they
another
went there.
question just popped into my mind. So like I've been watching Euphoria too. And a
I
lot of
have not
people can
watched Euphoria. This is my next thing to watch Euphoria.
it's so good. It has Zendaya in it. It has a lot of great actors and actresses in it. And a lot of people compare Maddie in the show to Manny, of course, from Degrassi.
Uh-huh. I've heard this. I've heard this.
And I wonder, like, what kind of storylines do you think Degrassi would have did if it could have been on a network like
If
HBO?
they could have touched those, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. God only knows. Like God only knows. But I even feel like evolution of teens in real life changed from those days to
Oh, yeah.
now. Like I see teens now and I'm like, "Oh wait, you're not 25 years old? Like you're
Yeah.
four do you know what I look like what I was wearing when what my you're 14?" Like I'm like, "What? What?" So, I think even in real life have evolved since those days
Oh,
and the
100%.
issues and the things that they're like it's crazy. The world shit is crazy. Shit is
It really
crazy.
is. The world is crazy. And it's like, because before I was working at middle school, and like you said, I would walk down the halls and I'm like, you're 14? Like you're wearing that?
Wild,
Like I was wearing like
wild.
the capri pants and like a flowery shirt and like the multiple layered tank
Right?
tops. Remember like when you used to wear mad tank tops
Oh
like
yeah, I went through some stages in
yeah.
my teenage years and my fashion choices, and I always was like, yes, I got a sick style. And looking back, I'm like, whoa,
Like
whoa, whoa. And me and Andrea often really laugh at the Degrassi style that we got to rock and the things that we got to wear were so iconic.
did you guys get to pick your own outfits?
No, no, there was a whole wardrobe department, and we would
Okay.
go into our dressing room, and there would be our outfit of the day, and we had our kind of reoccurring things. Like Teri loved her zip up hoodies and things like that. The butterfly hair clips, that was such a thing.
Love
That
it.
was such a thing. Yeah. Yeah. The hairstylist was did some wild things on us for sure. But I I think I remember at one point they did like a wardrobe sale where we could go in and buy some of our wardrobe. I don't remember if I got anything or not, but
Oh, that's cool. I didn't even know that was a thing.
how do you feel about Y2K fashion coming back? I'm all for it. I right now I love the fashion era that we're in.
Mhm.
Like getting back into like the baggy pants and cargo pants and all those things. And I love fashion right now for sure.
Oh my God. And I
Even
feel
though
like
I wear the same shit every day and I just wear like my athletic, my aloe and my tracksuits and stuff.
I feel
My
like the
soul is a
only
fashionable person, but in real life I'm comfy as hell.
Oh, see, no, like I'm horrible when it comes to fashion. It's so funny because like I'm a mom too. So it's like a lot of times I just put some sweatpants on and a t-shirt and like that's my outfit of the day. But recently I've been going out more. And one of my best friends, like fashionista, she needs to be a model. Like she's just gorgeous. And she'll like show me outfits like, oh Brie, wear this. Okay. Then you're gonna get this shirt and then you're gonna wear this. And let me fix your I'm like, go ahead, girl.
It's
Like
crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Working with I get to work with so many talented stylists, which is amazing. And then some of the outfits they put together for me, I'm like, I would never think about that or go
right?
into like and they shop like whether they're going into I don't like really shopping at Zara, but they go into H&M, Zara, and they just I would never pull that with this, with that, and it makes this dope ass outfit.
That's how she is. And then like I'm so bad. Like I've always been kind of more like tomboyish, relaxed, like laid back
Me
type
too.
person.
Me too.
And my friend, like I said, she does all the angles. So we went out on Saturday and she was like, okay, if you pose like this and then you do a triangle, I'm like, oh my, I posted the pictures on Instagram and I was like, those came out nice. So I'll help you with TikTok if you can help me with some modeling and some stuff. Cause like,
Done, done. I love I'm here for the fashion content. I'm actually gonna get back into once I get my new spot in LA, I'm gonna get back into the fashion content and show some looks.
oh my God. And if I move out to LA, I feel like I would have to be on top of it. Cause like I hear everyone in LA just like looks so like, fancy and stuff.
There's it's definitely a city of hotties, that's for sure.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm like, okay, maybe by next, cause what we're in April now. So maybe by next year I'll be in LA. Like
Yes,
that's my hope.
set some goals, like some detailed goals. Not like, you know what, I want to move to LA. When are you going to move to LA?
Yeah,
Set that date, set that month, and set up the things that it's going to take to get you to that point.
definitely. I'm definitely gonna do that because that's where I need to be.
I agree with you, Brie.
Oh, someone said, may I ask a question? Of course. What's the question?
Ask away.
Yeah, let us
This is
know.
fun. This is fun. Somebody else was
Right?
saying doing TikTok lives is really great for engagement and getting
Yes.
people on there. So maybe that's it's so weird that on Instagram, I think it's because I've had this like close following for so long and it's like I
Yeah.
have a lot of friends in there and a lot of industry people I know. Like I won't necessarily like jump on a live and just be like, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" But here I'm just like, "I don't care. Let's do it." And like it's just such more of a free place to just to talk some shit.
Right? And like it's nice and relaxed. Oh, someone said and make a vision board. I actually do have a vision board.
Vision board, yes, 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 yes. I'm all for a vision board. I just made my first vision board in December. I had some crazy shit go down in my life that just like flipped my life upside down. And I was like, okay, whoa, 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 what does life look like now?
Yeah.
And I made a detailed vision board, like what I want my place to look like, where I want to be, the kind of man that I want, like all of these things. And when I say like it is unraveling to such a visionary reflection of that vision board. It
Yeah.
is it's crazy. It's crazy. So make that vision board, look at it all the time. Um yes, all for a vision board.
Someone said, oh, well, my friend George said, I feel like Teri left when Degrassi was grounded, do you wish you would have stayed later? Like
Um,
for the
like stayed
crazier
for,
era.
I mean, at the time, I know I was like pretty upset with being like, oh, damn, I didn't get to go further because like so many of my friends went on to like season six, season seven, and whatnot. But I'm also, and especially now, like as a life lesson at the overall look of things, every single thing happens how it should and when it should,
Mhm.
and you are exactly where you were meant to be. I was meant to go to that amount of seasons, and I was meant to move on with my life to go do other things, and it all kind of worked out how it should have. So I'm blessed to where I went with in Degrassi.
Did you watch like the rest of the seasons? Like how long did you watch up till?
I didn't. I did. I don't even know if I've watched all my own episodes to be complete. Like I'll see it. It is crazy. I'll see a clip from a show and I'm like, I literally don't remember filming that scene. I'm like, I don't remember that scene. I don't remember saying those lines. I don't remember this.
Yeah.
So anything afterwards, I really didn't. Even like some of the characters, they're like, oh my God, my friend was on Degrassi. Do you know blah blah blah? And I'm like, nope.
Is it hard? Like I know a lot of actors say they don't like watching themselves on TV. Like, is it hard
No,
to
I
watch
don't.
yourself?
I don't. I don't. Like now, now it's a little easier because I can almost like laugh at myself now. But when I wasn't in that place where I could just laugh at myself, it
Yeah.
would be hard. It was like I was so self-critical of myself for so long, and it's still something I battle with for sure at times. Um, but it was totally different in my past and being able to watch it and not be critical of myself.
Yeah, that makes someone says, FYI, I just did a rewatch of the show. Oh, this is George again. Teri was one of the best grounded characters. Yes, Teri was always one of my favorite characters. I loved her.
Woo!
That's why when I was able to talk to you, I remember like you reached out to me because I did that TikTok. And
Yes.
I think I was like sitting in my living room or something, and I'm like, oh my God. I turned to my husband, I'm like, Teri from Degrassi just messaged me. I'm like, oh my God. Like I was
Oh my
so
God.
starstruck because like one of my favorite
Oh.
characters. So
Oh
sad.
my God, I love that. I love that. It's it literally blows my mind when somebody I was at where was I the other day? I was at Whole Foods and two of the sweetest girls came up to me and recognized me. And they were just like, "Oh my God." And I'm still like, "Oh my God, no, it's nice to meet you. Like it's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming up to me." And I like I'm endlessly touched by the Degrassi love till this
Yeah.
day.
Someone said, oh, he said, is it crazy seeing Aubrey transform into Drake? So you were kind of talking about this
Yes.
earlier. Yes.
Yes, it is. It is wild because he's one of the biggest people in the whole entire world. So that's crazy. But just it goes to show like be anybody from anywhere
Yeah.
and you that could be you. That could be you. If you work hard and do your thing, that could be you.
Do you guys still hang out from time to time?
Um so we all obviously all did the music video, but it's
That
so
was
hard
cool.
to like even with everybody from the cast, like even Andrea, who's one of my best friends, like it's so hard. Like, are we in the same city at the same time and try to connect? So I haven't seen anybody. I think the last person I saw was Andrea. When I mean, we were together. When were we together? We went out for dinner in LA a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So, but yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Was there another question? Okay. No, that was the only question. Do you have anything else you want to say?
I just love this. I love this.
Me too.
I was so pumped when you messaged me on Instagram to do this. So thank you.
Of
And the
course.
Degrassi fans came through last night too, by the way. When
Yes,
I had
right? I was
when
so happy to
right
see that.
when you're like, shit, I think you need because I just got my TikTok. I don't promote it. So I literally yesterday I had 20 followers. I had
Yeah.
20 followers. And my friend Carlo helped me out and the Degrassi fans like came through last night and maybe I'll do some fun Degrassi content. Like
Oh, I think
fun,
people will love that.
5 fun Degrassi facts, just to thank you guys.
Someone said Teri was mentioned in the Next Class season 2 reunion episode. Were you ever asked to come back for that?
No, I wasn't. No,
See, I didn't see
no.
Next Class, so I don't even. I heard that there was like a reunion. I think Emma came back. Um, who else came back from the show? I forget, but I did not see Next Class. But I guess there was like a
Neither
whole.
did I. I didn't even know. I don't even know anything that you're talking about from that. Yeah,
um,
so that's. I think that's it. That's it,
yeah.
right? Oh my God, I'm dropping my AirPods again. This was fun. This was
Yes.
fun. I love my Degrassi babes.
Yes, it was so much fun to like get the insider too about because like I said, I look all this stuff up, but it's just so cool to have someone who's like in it. You know, like you
I love
I'm the
that.
fan, you're in it. So it's amazing.
I love that. Well,
Yeah.
thanks, Bree. This was fun. I don't know how this like does it work? Like, does this save to
Yes, so the live
my
save after about an hour. So like I can be able to. So I'll probably put it up on YouTube for anyone who wasn't able to see it. And I can also send it to you. Or you know what? No, I think it will save for you too. If you go into I can show you the directions if you want to
Yeah, I'm
be
like,
able to
what? I
post.
didn't even I literally last night was on Google like how to go live on Instagram or on TikTok. It's so cute that you're learning. I'm like literally I will be completely transparent. Like I don't know shit about TikTok. I don't know shit
That's how I
about
am about Instagram. So I
TikTok.
feel you.
Amazing. Well, thanks for joining in, guys. This was
Yes,
fun.
guys. Thank you so much. So we'll be talking to you soon.
Sounds good. Bye.
Bye.